It's just me and you.
Okay guys, I'm going to work on customizing this room and just trying to make a lot of changes with it. So, ooh, this gave me a focus potion. So I'm going to just cut out right now in the video and I'm going to speed course through me customizing this room. Okay guys, I did it! I have done a lot to this room. I've spent like 40 minutes working on it, but here's what it looks like. And I'm not going to go into detail about everything that I did, but I'm just gonna go a little around just to show you. This area is where I make my fertilizer and different plant things. Oops, speaking of fertilizer. Oop. And right here makes crystals, and I can identify objects here that I'm not sure about right in that desk. This is where I grow my plants. And this is my potion making area. I want to make a bigger pot area whenever I can afford to make that. Down this way, I put a bunch of paintings around this corridor. But right here, I really like this room. So this is my studying area right here. And I got the bookshelves next to it. I got a changing area right there. A little sitting area with the beautiful windows. There's a little area right there too. And this part's really cool because it's my little meeting rooms. Dining room / area where my friends can come over and we can all hang out. But that's everything I really did with it. I really like how it turned out. I feel like it definitely could be better. I've not unlocked all the customization items, so I definitely have more I could do with this room eventually, but I'm really happy with how it looks so far, and I just wanted to show you guys what I did with it. The only thing is I was stuck between this bright kind of light or dark light. You can have like moon just shining inside the room, and I did like that, but it was a little dark in certain areas. And it is kind of a lot of yellow, but I mean, I am a Hufflepuff. I feel like it makes sense to have this much yellow. And yeah, that's everything. So I hope you guys like the room, and thanks for watching me make my room look all crazy. I know that probably wasn't the most entertaining thing, but I did want to like just show you a little bit of what I did. We gotta attend herbology class, guys, so let's go. Chopping cabbage. Nice.
How wonderful to see you again.
By the way, guys, if you notice my controller like keeps looking up and stuff, it is because I have a drift right now on my controller. Alright, Professor Garlic. What's up?
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it.
Alright, that sounds very important.
When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Wingardium Leviosa. Let's see. Wait, where is it? Did I not get it? Oh. So it's basically the same thing. It's just you actually get to control where the objects go now.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Okay. Let's test it real quick. Ah, there it is. Wingardium Leviosa. Ooh. Oh, I didn't mean to drop that. But we got a potion too. He's hiding a potion. Would you look at that? Well, I'm sure this spell is going to come in real handy for a lot of puzzles, so good thing we got that. Alright, Professor Fig. It's about time we get some answers.
I was hoping to see you.
I was hoping to see you too.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldridge Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an Auror. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience. But, you see, Anne knew Richard Jackdaw before he died, so I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Well, I'm not surprised. Shall we?
A lot did happen while you were gone.
Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Grab the book. Oh, we're already back.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How
Revelio.
did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Yeah, Peeves is starting to become an issue. Getting Sebastian in trouble.
Safe travels, my young friends.
Trying to steal the books.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
Hope nothing bad happens. I really hope nothing bad happens. Oh, we gotta put the book there, I think.
This looks promising.
Got a little light show.
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent.
Whoa, this is really cool. Why aren't any of them in their portraits?
If only you were here to see this.
Oh, there he is.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own.
Oh,
Do you
that
recall
stinks.
the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You
Sure.
and your friend Charles spoke of the port key,
Oh,
and
yeah.
of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Oh,
Then,
gosh.
in the light of your considerable
Do
skill
I?
and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I think I actually
It
have.
looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
I was kind of thinking it was the Owlry near Hogwarts, but it must not be if it's abandoned.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx Flipendo? Once
Ooh.
you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Flipendo is a really good spell that would be good for combat, so let's definitely work on getting that spell next, too.
It's time you learned, Iglesias, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you have done that, come and see me.
That sounds really good, too. Huh. We gotta go learn some spells, especially if we're about to do a new trial. That'd be really good to learn some new spells. Ooh, I see a balloon. I'm supposed to pop these. Do I fly through them? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Alright, let's get the rest of these then. Another one. Oh, here's another one. Boop. Oh. Boop. There you go. We're gonna pretend we didn't see that first attempt. And I think this is the last one. Pop. Alright, got those. Now we gotta go to the Quidditch pitch. Good thing I have this broom. It's so much faster. Oh, I'm seeing the balloons now. Got one.
Brilliant.
There we go. Alright, Madam Kagawa.
Madam Kagawa.
Kagawa?
The list of
That's what I
tasks
meant to
you
say.
assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again.
Yeah.
With those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your
Alright.
wand work.
Glacius! Make me an ice cream cone! Awesome.
Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Ooh, okay. Let's try it.
There you go.
Ooh.
Kitchen room.
That is really cool.
Good finger. Good finger.
Glacius!
I think it's learned its lesson, but do continue to practice as long as you like. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
That is awesome. I'm really glad I learned that spell. Alright. Freeze you later. Alright, I got Professor Garlick's assignment done,
It's a
so
hybrid. Bouncing tentacular.
we should learn a
I
new
finished
spell.
the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now,
Aww.
ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few cogs.
That's true. This spell could be a little dangerous, but definitely could be helpful.
Wonderfully done. If you'd like to
Alright.
practice a bit more, you're welcome
Let's try it out.
here in the greenhouse. Just
Flipendo!
look at that. You're a natural.
That's awesome.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite
Oh.
fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
Oh my gosh.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your Wigan trees.
Yeah, I don't want to end up like that professor did.